Okay, while we watch paint dry, I'm going to explain what I did. I didn't want to talk while I was filming the video. Not sure why, I just didn't want to. I wanted to focus on what I was doing instead of thinking about what I was going to say. So what you've just witnessed is a wet on wet technique. And I'm setting this up to do some negative space painting for the background. And so I used my largest brush and my cleanest water and got the entire surface wet. And then, and again, this is 300-pound paper, which is really heavy duty, and as you can see, it doesn't buckle when it gets wet. So that's why it's not taped to a board or foam core board. So and it can handle, the 300-pound weight paper can handle a lot of water. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. Anyway, so I got it all wet, and then I took my palette, which again, I'll show you the palette and I'll explain it a little bit. I took some pictures. I'm going to do a slideshow post on Instagram, and I'll put the link in the description of the YouTube video if you want to look at pictures and slides instead. And I took photos of my step-by-step process of getting my palette ready. This is my regular palette that I use for both travel and at home. It's kind of a mid-size. You can see with my hand about how big it is. It folds up. Anyway, I had it set up already before, and then I just added fresh squeezes out of my tubes of the colors I knew I was going to use today. You don't have to do that. I use oftentimes I just use what's left in the space that I had squeezed out from previous before it dries up, and it reconstitutes easily with water. But today I wanted the colors to be really vibrant, and so I've squeezed fresh paint out. And the colors I used were, well, I started with Aurelian yellow, which I squeezed in here. And I'm working from light to dark, and I laid them down looking at my reference photo, starting in the lightest areas. So I laid in the Aurelian yellow, I hope I'm saying it right, and this is the permanent green light, I believe, which is really too bright and vibrant for a lot of natural situations, but I like to add a touch of it anyway, especially in the beginning. And then I added, can't remember which order I did them in. I think the next I did was blue, the lightest blue, which is the cerulean blue. And then today I used Windsor blue as my darker blue. And then I moved back to the greens and did the darker sap green. And I just laid them in where I thought they would go. And then I actually sprayed some more water and dropped some more water to get a little bit of movement and move my, as you can see, I'm lifting my paper to try to get it to flow. I tend to be a very realistic painter, and I'm not very loose. So for me, I work better if I have a very accurate drawing and then start as loose as I can with the first layer of paint. Because part of what I love about watercolor is this crazy movement. Right now I'm just getting a clean brush with just water to get down to the edge. Noticed it was starting to pill up. And then I used a tissue to dab up the lightest areas.